What is going on, everyone? My name is Slam, and today I'll be doing a video that I uploaded on my former channel, but I decided to revamp and re-record the tutorial because some stuff has changed. The video was my OBS settings, my personal settings for recording Counter-Strike, but this time around I'm going to be doing something a bit different, and I'm going to be doing another follow-up tutorial to that. Which is going to be how to edit videos, but this is how to record Counter-Strike videos in the most efficient way when we're talking about highlights. And we're talking about recording, for example, clips that you hit and then editing them in the video software. Unfortunately, as far as I am concerned at least, you cannot do this while streaming simultaneously. That's the only downside to this, I'm pretty sure at least. The last time I've heard, it was not possible to do this while streaming, but if you are not someone that does streams often and you're just a person that records videos and uploads them, this is probably going to be perfect for you. So let's start off with the settings, which is where this entirely starts. General, this is just information that you really don't need to pay attention to in this case because this should be mostly ticked by default. I'm pretty sure I haven't really changed anything here, so this should be the same for you as it is for me right now. The streaming settings, we're going to ignore that as well because this is strictly for streaming. As I said, we are not using any of this, even though I said that the server's on Twitch. Normally, I don't know what it will show. I'm pretty sure it's, I don't even know what's normally set to because I haven't really fiddled around with it for a long time. I once set this to Twitch because I wanted to try out how to stream, but it ended up completely destroying my internet for the entire house, so that's why I don't stream. But output is where it really starts. Now, with output mode, simple is probably the way to go. I haven't really used any other, and I haven't really had any problems with simple, and it's just the way to go according to most people. And I'm gonna also say, keep in mind, I don't really have a high-end PC. I have a old PC with some specs that I haven't updated in a long ass time. For example, I have an Intel Core i5. It's not exactly the most terrible of processors, but it's definitely not the pick of the litter. Video bitrate 2500 is fine for me. If you have higher resolution than I do, which I currently use 800 by 600 4x3, then maybe you could up that a little bit because it doesn't really take away much from your performance. It really doesn't change that much. But if you have an ultra low end PC, then maybe you shouldn't fiddle around with it too much. Besides, at this point, like if you're using low res, as I am, let's say, then the difference doesn't really. There's no huge difference here. Like 2500 should be just fine. Now encoder, I use NVENC. This I haven't used in a while, but NVENC works for me. I'm pretty sure this is something regarding NVIDIA, but I'm a complete dumbass in terms of computer tech, even though I'm actually going to be going to mechatronics, which I don't know how I'm going to do there, but alright, whatever, that's not the point. NVENC works for me. There should be another setting if you're using whatever, AMD. I think there's another setting for that. Audio bitrate is 320 just because I set it to. It doesn't really change anything for me. I don't know why I changed it, but yeah. This is whatever. This is just set here by default. Medium file size, high quality. This really changes the quality. Bitrate is kind of meh, but this is more important, I guess. Recording format MP4 because that's the best to record to. The encoder is hardware NVENC. If you have this set to NVENC, you have this set to NVENC as well. And now this is important. Enable replay buffer is what I'm talking about in this video mostly. This is what makes this method so convenient because this essentially works the same way as Shadowplay or Place TV, but it has a massive edge over it because you do not have to use something less, for example, Handbrake. As accessible as Handbrake is, converting each and every single file into it may be a bit of a pain, and you don't really want to do that. Some people just don't want to mess about with that, so this is really convenient. So what we have to do is we have to click Enable Replay Buffer on. Now because I'm recording, I can't do this, but I will break up the recording right now, and I'm going to come back to you once I've already selected it. Alright, so I'm back, and I've actually clicked this, so it's not selected. You can't uncheck this during recording as well, so just keep that in mind. I don't know why would you try doing that, but maybe some people just try to misclick it and maybe do misclick it, and they're gonna be like, oh, what the hell did I just do? It didn't do anything. Now, these are my personal settings. 150 seconds is enough to capture the entire round of CSGO, I'm pretty sure, regardless of what happened. I think that's the maximum round length. No, actually that would be incorrect. I'm pretty sure it's longer now because they have changed the bomb timer a while back already, so I don't know why I'm really caught up in this so much. This, I don't know really what it did. I'm pretty sure that it really doesn't matter when your maximum replay buffer is as low as mine. If you were to set it very high up, then it probably will change, because this is essentially how much the replay can buffer really in terms of memory. Like, it's gonna be looking back a certain amount of megabytes, kilobytes, whatever you set it to. So for example, if your maximum replay time exceeds if your file you recorded, the replay buffer you created, would be larger in file size than your maximum memory, what I'm assuming is that it either wouldn't work, or it would simply be cut off a certain part of the recording, or there would be missing frames. I doubt that last thing is a possibility, because this is a very well made software. I'm assuming that it works in one of the previous two ways, but I've never really had a situation in which it hasn't malfunctioned. So I guess that is all that you need to know about this. So this is essentially what you need to know, is that this doesn't record the replays into a variable frame rate. That's why you have to use Handbrake in order to convert the files from PlaceTV and Shadowplay, because they're in a variable frame rate, and therefore the audio is going to be out of sync if you're using a conventional video editing software. So for example, if you're using Vegas, it's going to be out of sync. If you're using Filmora, it's going to be out of sync. If you're using I don't know, HitFilm, 4Express, or DaVinci Resolve, whatever you're using, it's going to be out of sync, and believe me, I've tried on all four of those, so don't try and test the waters over here. Now that's about it for the replay buffers. Now audio is my personal preferences. I don't know why I have it to 41 kilohertz. I know that channel should be stereo, because if you put it to mono, it's obviously going to be cucked, and the rest I'm not sure. Like, I couldn't care less. Stereo is going to be fine for videos anyway. A lot of people that watch them on, I don't know, speakers or stereo headphones anyway, so it's not really that important. Now this is something that you need to take care of, which is the base canvas resolution is your monitor resolution, essentially. So the resolution that you have on your monitor by default is what you set this to, and the output scale resolution is the resolution of the video that you're going to be recording. So for example, if you wanted to set it to full HD, you could do that, but it's going to record in a different file size, I'm pretty sure, or something like that. Now the downscale filter is I don't know how to explain this technically. I'm trying my best over here, but I really don't know what it does. But I'm using bicubic. That's a great way of explaining why I'm using it, right? And common FPS values, you want to set that to 60, because that's what you want for editing. 59.94 is fine as well, but I don't know why. I'm a perfectionist in terms of those things, so 60 should be fine. Don't set it above 60, because you cannot have a higher frame rate in editing software than 60, I'm pretty sure. The hotkeys that I'm using are F3 for starting recording and stopping recording, as well as replay buffer, F9 for starting and stopping, and I also have the numeric keyboard minus sign for saving replays, which is the button for this basically tells the software to record start actually the recording of your replay buffer. So once you have the buffer of footage that you want to record, you click it at the point which you want it to record back to, and it records the past whatever you set in these settings over here. So that's how it works. Now advanced, I don't think that I really changed anything except for the priority, the priority of processing, god damn it, and I set it to above normal. we can set it to whatever. I'm pretty sure above normal is going to be fine for your videos, and it should be okay as long as you do not have a wooden PC. I mean, I have a wooden PC and it's fine, so it should be good. Now, I don't know if it was the most precise of tutorials that you've seen. There'll be timestamps in the description, as well as there'll be annotations on the screen if I forgot to mention something, so it should be fine. If you have any questions, direct them into the comment section down below, but at the same time, I cannot guarantee that I'll be able to answer most of them. And therefore there are forums on OBS, and there should be some clarification there, so definitely go to that place if you have some doubts first, and if you don't find your answers, then maybe I'll be able to provide you with some of them. But that will be about it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll just leave you at that. Have a nice day.